Hello. So this is a library induction for this year. My name is Ross MacDonald. I am the Library and Information Services Manager in the college. So the purpose of this video is for students who cannot attend an induction as part of their class group, or for students who have attended but they want to refer to what was said in the induction. So this is a general overview. Basically, this is what we would do this year, just to show students the services that are available in the library, and also a very quick overview of what services that we have available online. It also takes into account some of the social distancing measures that we've had to introduce into libraries for this year. So first of all, welcome to the library. So we have three libraries in the college, one in Titanic Quarter, one in Millfield, one in Castlereagh. We also offer support to students in E3, although there's no physical library in there. So in Titanic Quarter, the library is located right at the front of the building on level 3 and also on level 4. On Millfield, again, it's located right at the front of building 1, so straight above the reception area on the first floor. It's the very first room you come to. And in Castlereagh, the library is located on the ground floor of Block 3. And within the libraries, all students can access books and other resources for their course. We have put a huge amount of money as a college into making the libraries as updated as possible, and all of the resources are specifically bought and aimed at the courses which are taught in the college. So all students on every course should be able to find resources relevant to their course. Students can also use the PCs in the library, and as well as lots and lots of PCs, we also have laptops which are available to use in each library. Now, we don't lend laptops out, but you can use them within the library. Obviously, students can also study. So when they're not in class, they can come to the library to study, to do the assignments they need, to do the research they need, and we have a mix of study areas in each library. Students also use the libraries to access printers and photocopiers and scanners. And I would say most importantly of all, they also access the library to talk to the staff. So each library is staffed with excellent, wonderful, helpful staff, and their job primarily is to help and support students. So when they're not in class, any help and support they need, be it for books, for research, or for IT queries, password resets, things like that, the library staff are always available to help. So this is just an example of one of the entrances to our libraries. And the very first thing I will say is at all our libraries, you'll see hand sanitizing stations right at the front entrance. Always please sanitize your hands before entering any library, okay? They are high volume areas. There's lots of people using each of them. So obviously this, can stop the risk of infection. Sanitize your hands before entering. You'll be hearing this everywhere you go in the college, but with the volume of people in libraries, it's particularly important. These are our opening hours and our contact details. So the libraries are usually open very long hours during term time, so from 8:30 in the morning or 9 o'clock in Castlereagh until 8 o'clock at night. And then on Fridays, we close a bit earlier, we close at 4 o'clock, okay? I've got the times up there for E3, but that might not be available at the moment. We're just looking at that at the moment. So we'll refer back to that. We will update our page in Canvas about E3 whenever we're a bit clearer about what we can do. However, there is permanent support to students in E3 if they contact us by phone or by email at any time. We can help, and that goes for all the other libraries as well. So during those opening hours, you can call into the library, okay? So anytime a library is open, you can call in. Don't need an appointment, anything else. Just come on in. But very importantly this year, if you are a student studying from home, you will need more remote support. So we would encourage you to either phone us using one of the phone numbers provided for each site, or to email us. So our email address is there, and it's very simple. It's library@belfastmet.ac.uk. So just email us, drop us an email. We are also very active in social media, so you can follow us on Twitter for updates, also on Instagram, and we also have lots of very good instructional videos now on YouTube that you can use as well. Okay, so there's many different communication methods that you can use to contact us. Here's just an example of one of our wonderful staff. This is John. This is the Librarian TQ on level 4. Okay, so whenever you go into the library, there's an issue desk at the very front, and they will always be staffed. There's always staff available there to help you whenever the libraries are open. So just come up and ask. No question is a stupid question in libraries. We get asked hundreds and hundreds of questions every day. Don't be afraid. We are there to help. So using the library. We try and make it as simple as possible. So all students at Belfast Met can use any library as soon as they have completed enrolment onto their course. As soon as you get your student card, always bring it with you. Now, you should be bringing it with you all around the college anyway, but it's especially important in the library because your student card is also your library card. So you will need it if you want to borrow books, and you will need it if you want to use the printers or the photocopiers. There's no charge at all to use any service in the libraries. Everything is absolutely free to students. So we don't charge you to print out, we don't charge you to borrow books, we don't even fine you anymore if your books are overdue, okay? So everything is free. And as I mentioned, library staff are always on hand to assist you, but please abide by any rules that there are in the library. And again, this is especially important this year in terms of social distancing regulations, keeping as quiet as possible and not eating in the library, okay? And that is for very important hygiene rules this year. These will be strictly enforced as they are necessary to keep you, your fellow students and staff members in a safe and comfortable environment. And if you cannot comply with these, we will ask you to leave. So please, for your own benefit and your fellow students, your cooperation would be greatly appreciated. So again, that's just a picture of the library. This is the one in Titanic Quarter, so it's excellent, very modern, an excellent range of study facilities, PCs and study desks and spaces for you to use as well. Follow the guidance on each site. For social distancing reasons, we've had to put in things like one-way systems, and we will have marked out areas, okay, that you have to stay at least 2 meters apart. So please follow the guidance. This is an example of a desk then. So this is a study desk. We've had to remove some of the chairs, and we've clearly put ticks where you can sit and X's where you can't. These have all been marked out so that everything is 2 meters apart, okay? So please don't move chairs, tables, anything like that. And as I mentioned earlier, for strict hygiene reasons, no food in the library, okay? This rule will be strictly enforced. So just on to some of the facilities in the library then. PCs, each library has a large number of PCs that you can use. And as I mentioned, we've also lots of laptops on each site. So you'll see the PCs when you walk in. If you want to borrow a laptop, you'll have to ask a member of staff, but we'll help you out, not a problem. All the PCs and the laptops have an excellent range of basic software on them that most students would need, so things like Microsoft Word and Excel. But in a lot of courses, you will need more specialist software. So we have these installed in libraries as well, so things like Photoshop, Sage, or AutoCAD. But these aren't on every single PC, but we have put them on a large number. So if you can't find particular software that you need, or you need assistance with anything, just come and ask us. We'll help you out. We'll show you the exact PC you might need, okay? Due to social distancing, we've had to limit the number of PCs this year. So please only use them when you really need to use them. Don't spend your time on them on social media or playing games, because other students might have a more urgent need, such as completing an assignment or doing research. So you can walk in, use a PC or laptop if one is available, but we've also introduced a booking system this year. So this is very useful if you really need to complete any work and you absolutely need a PC. So if you give us a day's notice, and all students have been emailed the link for booking a PC. So you can book a PC at least in a day's notice. Let us know you're coming in. Tell us what you want and even what software you need, and we will ensure that you've got a PC that you can use, okay? The link for that is also on our Canvas page. Just to show you there, any PCs that have signs on them like that, sadly you can't use, but there should still be lots and lots available. And as I mentioned, the laptops are also available. If you want to use one, ask staff, we'll be more than happy to help you, okay? Always when you're in, use the sanitizer and the blue roll that we've provided. So wipe down the keyboard, wipe down the mouse, wipe down the desk you're using. This is just, again, for hygiene reasons. We're asking everyone to do this across the college just to make sure that everything is as clean as possible. As I mentioned, lots of the PCs have certain software packages. To make it even easier for students, we've put the stickers on. So you'll see this one has got, the Adobe Creative Suite, so that'll be things like Photoshop, Geometrix, Unreal Engine. So we've marked these ones out. But again, if you can't see the software package you're looking for, ask us and we'll help you, okay? So borrowing books then. Other main reason people come to libraries, of course, is to borrow books. And we still issue tens of thousands of books a year to students. So each of our libraries is extremely well stocked with resources that are appropriate to each course. So we work very closely with teaching staff to ensure that we get the books in that they need. All books are arranged according to particular subject areas to make it easy for students and staff to find. You can walk up to the shelves, check them yourselves, or you can look via our online catalogue, Metcat, which is available on Canvas. As always, libraries can be quite confusing places. If you can't find what you're looking for, ask a member of staff. We'll be very happy to help you. So to borrow a book, very easy. All you have to do is find the book you want on the shelf, bring it up to the issue desk with your student card, and we will load it out to you. Students then can borrow up to 6 books at a time, and you get them out for up to 2 weeks at a time. So if you want 6 books, find the ones you want, bring them up with your student card, we'll issue them out to you, okay? Very simple. And as I mentioned earlier, no charge. That's just an example of one of our shelves. So they're all marked out in sections. You should easily be able to find the ones you need, but if you can't, just ask. And again, just on the hygiene reasons, always sanitize your hands before touching books and try and only touch the ones that you need to use, okay? Something else then that we've introduced this year is our click and collect service. So this is good if perhaps if you're not going to be in the college as much as normal, and perhaps you even don't want to go, so you want to limit your time within the college and you don't want to spend too much time mingling about. To make it easier for you, we will help you. So if you let us know what books, what resources you're looking for, we will go away, we will do the hard work, we'll find the books on the shelves, we'll find the other resources you need, and we will put them aside for you at the main issue desk in the library that you want to pick them up at. All you have to do then is come in and collect them. So we will even get books from you from other libraries. So if you're in Titanic Quarter and there's a book you want that's in Millfield, we'll get it for you, we'll keep it at the desk, and we'll let you know when it's in. Or if the book isn't even in stock, as we do every year, let us, so say it's a book that one of your lecturers has recommended, you've come into the library, but you find actually we don't have a copy, we will go out and buy the book for you, okay? As long as it's appropriate, as long as we have the money, usually we do, we'll buy the book for you, we'll let you know whenever it's in, all you have to do then is come in and pick it up. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible. If you don't want to spend too much time in the college or in the library yourself, let us know, we'll do the hard work for you, you just come in and pick it up. And you can contact us, as I said earlier, you can phone us, you can email us, let us know, we'll do it for you, okay? Some of the books in the library, just to let you know, are for reference only, so we can't loan these out. You would have to use these in the library, but to be honest, there's not very many. Most of the stuff that we have, you can borrow. Once you've finished with your books, if you're returning them, it's very important we do this safely, okay? It's very important as well that you return any books that you do borrow, because they're very expensive. So we don't want you going out and spending your own money, because there should be enough resources for you. Or as I said, if there aren't resources available, we'll try and buy them for you, but we need them back then once you're finished. So after your 2 weeks are up, return the books to the library, okay? It doesn't have to be the library that you borrowed them from. You can return them to any of our libraries, okay? But whenever you return a book, don't hand them to a member of staff. We have placed book return boxes at the front of all of our libraries, okay? So all you have to do is walk into the library, put the books into the return boxes. And they're at the front of all the libraries, apart from Titanic Quarter Level 3, where we actually have a book return machine you can use, but it works the same way. So put them in there, and what we have to do, we have to quarantine them for 72 hours, again for hygiene reasons, and then we put them back on the shelves. That's all you have to do. As I mentioned earlier, there's no fines for overdue books. So we don't mind if they're overdue, but it's very important that you do return them to us once you're finished, okay? If you do need a book for more than 2 weeks, you can renew it. If you want to do this, just ask a member of staff in the library or drop us an email or give us a phone call. We will then renew it for you and tell you it's been renewed. The only time we won't do that is if another student has requested a book. If that's the case, we'll let you know and we'll tell you that no, you're going to have to return that book because it's not fair. Similarly, if you have requested a book, we will endeavour to get it for you whenever it's returned, and we will not let somebody else have it out for longer than 2 weeks so that it's available for you. So it's a very fair system, but always return books whenever they are overdue. If you don't return books, we may suspect that you lost them, and at that point, we will contact you and we may ask you to pay for it if we assume it's lost, okay? You'll get regular overdue emails as well into your Belfast Met email account, so if your books start to go overdue, you will start getting emails from us informing you of this, okay? So always check your Belfast Met email address as well regularly. This is just an example. So this is the self-service machine in level 3 into Titanic Quarter. As I said, it's very simple to use, so to return your books. The other libraries just have a large book return box at the front, so just put your books straight in. We'll do the rest. Very easy. Just a note on study spaces in the library then. So each library has a mix of different study spaces in it, okay? Seats are taken on a first come, first served basis. Social distancing must be strictly observed, as I mentioned, with excellent silent study areas available in Millfield Library and Titanic Quarter libraries. These are for students who like working in complete silence. Some of you will like no distractions whatsoever, so go to those rooms if that's what you want. The other libraries are generally very quiet, but there will be a little bit of noise as people come and go, but we try and keep that to a minimum. But there's more open areas where you can work in those as well, okay? We also have bookable study rooms in both our Millfield and Titanic Quarter libraries. So these are very good if you're working with somebody else on a project or you need to do a presentation, you want to practice it. But you have to book these in advance. So please ask the staff at each of those libraries if you'd like one, and always observe the social distancing instructions on those rooms because we can't have too many people in the rooms at once, okay? But they are open and they are available, but let us know if you want to use one, okay? It's just an example. That's just one of the silent study room in Titanic Quarter, okay? PCs are photocopiers and printers. So this is one of the photocopiers and printers that we have. So there's multiple ones of these in each library, okay? Very simple to use. Library staff will be very happy to set you up whenever you use this for the first time. So they're printers, they're photocopiers. You can also scan documents and email them as well, which is very handy to save you printing things out, okay? Everything is free. We'll help you get set up, but we would say to you two things. Number one, only print what you need. Don't waste paper. So think before you print. Only print the documents that you really, really need printed. And again, like the PCs, use the sanitizer and the blue roll provided. Give it a wipe down before and after you finish because lots and lots of people are touching these throughout the day. So just to ensure that everything is clean and safe, okay? Apart from that, very easy to use. So that is a brief overview. That's most of the resources in the library. What I would say to you is go in yourselves to each of the libraries. They're totally open. So, as I said, as soon as you are a student in the college, you're free to use the libraries, okay? So you'll get to know them, you'll get to know the staff who are in them, you'll get to know how they work. So go away, whenever you have a free moment, go into the libraries, have a little look for yourself. So the last thing that I'm going to do in this video is just have a little look on the resources that you can access from home. Because the library really operates in two ways now. We have the physical library in the college, and then we have a virtual library. And the beauty of this is you can access all of the resources on it from anywhere with an internet connection. So in your house or when you're out and about, anywhere you like. All you need is a device. So you can do it on a mobile phone, but it works much better, to be honest, on a PC, a laptop, or a tablet. And you can access it anywhere you have an internet connection. Okay, it's also available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And the amount of resources that we have available is absolutely enormous. And again, we cover all the different courses throughout the college. There's a whole mix of content. Okay, very easy to do, and it's all accessed via Canvas. So hopefully by now, if you've started your course, you'll have seen Canvas, you know how to get into it. So I'm going to show you, just for about 5 minutes or so, how we access that. So I'm going to come out of my presentation here. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to access it from home. So this is very useful. So this is how to get into Canvas from home. So if you wanted library resources, you were at home, how do you do it? So the first thing you have to do is you have to go to the Belfast Met website. So belfastmet.ac.uk. From here, click Login on the top right, and then click student. So use this to go directly to Canvas. So what you click now is login. Okay. Now, whenever you click this from home, it will prompt you for your user. It'll prompt you for your email address and your password. Okay. So your email address will be your student number at belfastmet.ac.uk, and your password is your big long password. So it's probably going to log me. Yeah. Will it work? Yeah, it's logged me in straight away. The reason why it's logged me in without prompting me for a username and a password, although I'm at home doing this video, is that I've already done it once today and it tends to remember you. Okay, so whenever you come in, this is what you will see. So you will have a dashboard, you will see your course information, probably not as many as the things I can see, but you'll see your course information. You'll also see a student induction module, I think, and you'll see other things. And one of the things you'll see is library services. So the library services module will be here, but we also have a link to it down on the left-hand side here, where it says library services. So if you click on that or that, they both will take you straight to the library page. Okay, so this is the library page. I'm just going into student view here on Canvas. So this is exactly what you will see. So the library page is really the landing page. It's really our website for all of the online resources which we provide at the college. And as I said, there is a huge, huge number of resources available here. And it's really it's a one site where you can access all of this. Okay, so I'm just going to show you very briefly where to access the main things that you want. But we would normally spend, with either individuals or with classes, we would spend at least maybe an hour going through all of these things which are specific to the course that you're on. So today, this is just an overview of what we offer. Okay, so just along the top here, we've got tabs. So this is the main library page. Then you can click the About Us page. Then you have an e-resources one, subject guides, very useful how-to one, which is lots and lots of guides and hints and tips on how to search, facts and questions, and then our contact details again here. Okay. Below that is probably the single most important thing. So this blue bar where it says click here to search for books, articles, ebooks, journals, and more. Okay. So this is the main search area. So this is a one-stop. You can put in, it's the same, this is really our version of Google. So you can put any search terms you want into this. So I'm just going to put the word librarian. Okay. And then search. And that will open up a new window. Now, if you're doing this from the college, that'll open up automatically. But if you're doing this from home, and this is very important, this blue box appears. And this will appear frequently when you're accessing it from home. What you need to put in here is your student number, which will be something like that, okay? And then your big long password. Because I'm a staff member, I put in my username, and then my big long password. And then whenever I do that, it then recognises that I work at Belfast Met, and it allows me access, okay? Because all of this is password controlled, so it has to know that you're a Belfast Met student first of all. So put that in, away you go, and then it returns a search. So just using the word library, you can see it's returned over 13 million different hits, okay? And what this is a mix of, it's a mix of basically all the electronic resources that we have, okay? And if you see down on the left-hand side here, there's all these different sources. So you'll see there's magazines, there's academic journals, reviews, books, everything else. If I just hit show more here, it gives you an idea of all the different resources that we subscribe to. So magazine articles, there's over 5 million of those. Academic journal articles, over nearly 3 million. Then you've reviews, well, apparently 700,000 books. Other electronic resources, all sorts of other things, okay? So lots and lots and lots. Okay, so again, this is just a very brief overview. I'm not going to go into all of this, but it's just to show you the different types of things that we have. Okay. Okay, and from here then, let's say we'll go into more detail. A lot of these are ebooks and things. So just to give you an example, the very first one that we've come across there is an ebook. So wherever you see, and it says an ebook, there'll generally be another link in all of these different things. And all you have to do then is click the link. Okay. And give it a little minute, and as if by magic, up comes the book. Okay. So any ebooks and things that we have, they're exactly the same as books that we would have on the shelf, but it's just the electronic version of them. So again, it means that instead of coming to the library, looking these things up, getting a book, checking it out, you're able to access it online. Okay. And again, this one has little chapters on the left-hand side and things. You can click straight into them. There you go. You can get images, everything else. It's in full color, very easy to access. And then from here, you can save pages. You can print pages out. If you want, you can, you can screenshot pictures. You can highlight text that you want. You can copy and paste that into a Word document. Other things as well. Okay, so it's very, very powerful. And it works, as I said, just the same as Google. You basically put in any keywords you want up here, and it'll start returning them. Okay. There's various ways to change that, other ways to limit that, but that would be for another day. We'll leave that for the moment. Okay. But as I said, that is all accessed through this blue search bar. So that's your single most important thing for the library. Okay. So just below that on the home page, we have a little library news box here. So we will update this regularly. At the minute, we've got the PC booking link there. So if you click on that link, you can book a PC or a laptop in the library. We've got our Twitter feed. We've got another little welcome video that we're showing to students as well here. And then below, we've got other links. These are links to our book catalogue, links to our ebooks, how-to guides, our Ask a Librarian service. Now, I'll just show you this. This is very popular. So again, if there's anything that we can help you with, and you don't want to come in and speak to us in person, click this link. This opens up a lovely form using Microsoft Forms. So it says, "Hi Ross," because it knows who I am. If you try it, it'll know who you are automatically. And it says, "Do you have a question or just want feedback?" So if you've got a question, do that, populate it with your question. I need assistance. Okay, and hit submit. That will then automatically send us an email. We will pick that up, answer your query, and get back to you within 24 hours. Okay. Most students use this usually whenever they're studying out of hours. So we frequently get emails at say 11 o'clock at night from students doing assignments, trying to find things. We can't obviously help you at that time of night because we don't work that late, but first thing next morning, we'll get your query and then we'll help you out, send your reply. Okay, so it's used a lot by students. So that's the Ask a Librarian one. And the contact one, just more contact details, but that's my phone number, email address down there. Other library phone numbers are all in there as well. Okay. So I'd say the thing to do as well in this, I said go into the physical library, have a look about, learn how the library works, learn where everything is. On this site as well on Canvas, I would play around with this, find out as much as you can. So one other thing I just want to show you today. So we have updated this over the summer period. If you click on subject guides here, I think this is about the single most useful thing that we've updated the site with. And what we've tried to do here is to bring all of the online resources which we provide into very manageable pages. So if you look through this, these are all the different courses and subject areas that Belfast Met provides. And if you click on any of these, then it's like a sub-site then, and we have put all the different resources for that particular site into one page. So if I do as an example, I'm going to do health and social care. So if you click health and social care, okay, what we've done here, we've automatically then put together lists of books, lists of ebooks, relevant journals, relevant electronic databases, and other web links into this one page. We've also put another link to our Ask a Librarian page, okay? So if you scroll down here, so you'll see here that we've links of books. First of all, so just show you these. If you click on these, so say you were on the Foundation Degree Health and Social Care course, one click on that. This brings you all into the different book lists. So these are the different modules you'll be studying. These are all the different book lists. So if you just click on one of those, opens up another window. And this then shows you the books that we have available on that subject area. Okay. It'll also tell you where the books are. So for example, this book, Effective Safeguarding for Children, is available in Millfield Library, and it tells you exactly where it is on the shelf. And if it says it's in, it means that book is there on the shelf right now. The one below it, for example, says no items available. The reason for that is somebody's checked one out already, and the other one's on order. Okay, so it's one click for your subject area, for your particular module you're looking for. You should be able to find what you need. So it cuts out a lot of the searching you would have had to do before. Okay. Similarly, we've got lists of ebooks in here. They work in exactly the same way as I showed earlier. So it's click, find the list you want, click on the ebook. That'll bring you in. Okay. Similarly, then for this particular course, there's a lot of journals available. So say you were health and social care, you needed to access critical social policy journal. Here's just one list. So to save you going and searching for that, one click. And again, this will bring you straight in. Okay. Now, if I just show you one other bit here, again, when you access in college, this should take you straight into it. Whenever you're accessing then from home, as well as the blue box you saw earlier, we had to put in your student number and your long password. A lot of these sites will ask you to log in. If you see anything that says institution, that's what you should be clicking on, okay? Don't click sign in. Tend to go for where it says institution or institutional login, okay? Click on that, and then the word you're looking for is shibboleth usually. So institution, click on shibboleth, okay? You may have to do a few little clicks here. So on this one, you have to tell it that you're in the United Kingdom. And then it'll come up with a list of different colleges that use this resource. Click on Belfast Metropolitan College. Okay. And then, as if by magic, and it's logged me in automatically now. Okay. It actually says I'm a member of Belfast Institute of Further and Higher Education, so it's a little bit out of date, but it's logged us in anyway. So it's so basically it knows now that I then work in Belfast Met, and if you were a student, it would know that you're a student in Belfast Met. Okay. Basically, this stuff costs a fortune. We buy it on your behalf. You will not get it through Google, but the institutions will only let students and staff at Belfast Met access them. So then once you're in, it's the same as you use anything else. You can browse it, or you can just come up to search and you can search. Okay. So if I go on to the current issue, one click, there's the different journal articles there. Okay. Excuse me, and it's just one click and you'll be able to access the entire thing. Or if you want to do a search up here, just click the word search. Just going to put in the word child, see what comes up. There we go, moving children, child trafficking. If you wanted to read that journal article, just click there where it says PDF download and the journal article appears. Okay, so you're looking for that where it says download PDF. And it should appear. Okay. So, that's journals as well. As well as that, then we'll have links to various e-databases. And again, I won't go through all of these today, okay? Because I would have to go through for each subject. It would take me forever. We'll also put in web links and things as well, okay? So just a reminder, all this is accessed through subject guides. So what you will need to do is go to library, open up Librarian Canvas. Along the top, go to subject guides and find the subject that you're doing, okay? And from there, it should be one click to find all the resources that you need. So therefore, that's leadership and management, for example. So you have books, ebooks, journals, that's all the ones you need. Databases, so these will all be totally different to health and social care, okay? Or just to show you one more, say we're doing art and design. So art, design and crafts. There you go. More like that. There's your reading lists for your various courses. So if you're doing level 2, you're doing a BTEC, you're doing HNC, that's the links. Again, links to various ebooks, links to journals. So it's all specific to each course. So we hope, the staff that have designed this, we really hope that it's very useful and relevant to you, okay? We're trying to make it as easy as possible, especially as so many of you will probably be studying off-site more this year than ever. So look, that's all I wanted to talk to you about today. So if you're still watching and listening, thank you very much. I hope it's useful. I can't stress enough, we in the library, we are paid and our job is to support you with your studies. Okay, so anything at all that we can do to help you, just come and ask us. So whether it's in person or whether you're from home, use the Ask a Librarian, email us, phone us up. We will be delighted to help you. But for the minute, thank you very much. I hope to see you in the library soon, and I'm sure my colleagues do as well. Thank you.